You don't rise by chance. You rise because you stayed when others gave up. You're built from grit. You won't find it in a headline, not in medals or in gold. It's the dirt beneath your boot heel. It's the stories never told. When the cold wind shakes your shoulder and the odds say don't go on, that's the fire that makes a soldier. That's where real strength is found. You were built from grit, not made to quit. Through the blood, the rain, you still commit. For the ones who dream, for the ones who fall, you rise again, you answer the call. The world may turn, the flags may shift, but you hold the line. You were built from grit. You don't need the crowd to cheer you, or a trophy with your name. It's the brother at your shoulder that makes it worth the flame. You walk into the fire so others get to run. You carry more than armor. You carry everyone. You are built from grit, not made to quit. Through the blood, the rain, you still commit. For the ones who dream, for the ones who fall, you rise again, you answer the call. The world may turn, the flags may shift, but you hold the line. You were built from grit. Be the strength behind the silence. Be the hope in darkest days. Be the name they'll tell their children, not for glory but for grace. You were built from grit, not made to quit. When the sky went black, you never split. For the ones who bled, for the ones who stayed, you fought the storm, you never swayed. When history writes what courage meant, they'll write your name. You were built from grit. And when they ask what made you rise, you'll smile and say, I was built from grit. We are not just free, we are made free by the hands that built this land. Oh, sing the strength of steady hands that carved out roads through restless lands, who raised the walls and tilled the fields and held their ground with broken shields. From factory lines to battle scars, they reached for dreams beneath the stars and left behind their silent pride, so freedom wouldn't run and hide. By the hands that built this land, brick by brick and stand by stand, they gave their sweat, they gave their song, so we could rise where they belong. Let bells of honor freely ring from desert hills to mountain spring. We bow not low, but tall we stand by the hands that built this land. Oh, sing the hearts that held the line when hope grew faint on freedom's spine. They stitched their love into the seams of flags that waved above our dreams. They didn't march for name or fame, but for their child to speak their name. And though they rest 'neath folded grace, we see their strength in every face. Oh, beautiful ones unknown, who held the line alone, alone. No medals shown, no cheers, no band, just calloused hearts and weathered hands. By the hands that built this land, they shaped the truth, they took a stand. Through every trial, through every tear, they made a nation persevere. Let every child and soldier know we walk the path they chose to show, and side by side we'll still withstand by the hands that built this land. We remember not just what they did, but why they did it. And that's the America we carry forward. They called us forward, we never asked why. Some came home, some still ride the sky. We dropped in low, no light, no sound, just boots and on foreign ground, a photo tucked inside my vest, a promise made, not second guessed. The jungle closed, the orders clear, but what we held much more than fear. Carry me home through the fire, through every shell and shrapnel choir. I fight for the faces I still see, for the kid I was, the man I'd be. We don't run when the dark surrounds. We dig in deep, we hold this ground. Even if I fall, I'm not alone. Brothers will carry me home. The chaplain whispered by his side as he bled out with open eyes. He said, "Tell my girl I wore her name, and I'd still do it all the same. There's no parade, just pouring rain, but God walks slow through soldier pain. No medal shines like loyalty, no bugle sounds for bravery, but in the silence, when fear takes aim, we fight for those who know our name. Carry me home through the fire, through every shell and shrapnel choir. I fight for the faces I still see, for the kid I was, the man I'd be. We don't run when the dark surrounds. We dig in deep, we hold this ground. Even if I fall, I'm not alone. Brothers will carry me home. If I don't come back, remember me, not for how I died, but for why I stayed. They don't always come home on time, but they come home. So if you love them, leave the light on. He left in boots, not knowing when he'd see the porch light shine again. A folded note, a whispered name. The world would never feel the same. His mama prayed, his brother stared at empty seats and vacant chairs, but deep inside they held on tight. Love survives the darkest night. You can't see stars without the black, and strength is more A wedding ring, a photo torn, a baby girl not yet been born. The letters faded, ink turned gray, but hearts don't ever drift away. He wrote, I am fine, though he was not. He hid the wounds the world forgot, but every night he heard her call, a voice that still could break the wall. And when the fire fades to blue, they need a place that still feels true. A porch, a lamp, a simple door, a reason they're not fighting more. Leave the light on at the door for every heart that went to war, for every tear they couldn't cry, for every time they said goodbye. They carried us through fear and flame, without applause, without a name. And when their home let them be known, they never marched alone. If you love a soldier, you never really stop waiting. So leave the light on, they'll find their way.
We don't march for glory, we march for what remains. The names, the flags, the promises carved in pain. I've seen the boots that walk alone on roads where silence makes the tone. No crowd, no band, no thunder roar, just purpose pounding at the core. It's not the past we glorify, it's every soul who dared to try. They left their hearts in dust and flame, so we could carry on their name. March for the broken, march for the brave, for every stone on an unmarked grave. March for the dream that still remains, through storms, through loss, through silent rains. Not for the crown, not for acclaim, we march for what remains. I've seen the flags in mothers' hands, held tight like faith that understands. A folded square, a breath held tight, a porch light burning every night. Their sons and daughters didn't fall, they stood, they ran, they gave it all. And though we walk on different days, their courage walks in all our ways. for songs or cheers. They fought to quiet louder fears. For every child, for every street, for peace they may not get to meet. March for the broken, march for the brave, for every stone on an unmarked grave. March for the home they never saw, but dream beneath the higher law. Not for the crown, not for acclaim. We march for what remains. And when the anthem fades away, we still hear them in the hush between the beats. That's where America breathes.
I wasn't born a soldier, but somewhere out there among the dirt and echoes, I learned how to stand. We marched through mud, through midnight rain, with letters tucked that spoke of pain. Not for glory, not for pride, but for the ones we left behind. A photo folded near my chest, a silent vow I won't forget. And when the sky turned black with fire, we didn't flinch, we climbed in higher. We weren't heroes, just a name, but we showed up, we stayed the same. When they said the line was breaking, we dug deep and kept on taking. Every round, every cry, still we rose, still we tried. Not alone, not alone, no one stands, no one stands alone. His boots beside me found the end, but in his eyes I saw a friend. He said, tell my son I stayed and fought, even when I knew I might not. We carry more than gear and steel, we carry names we swore to shield. And when the dark came crawling near, we didn't run, we stayed right here. No trumpet needs to call us back, we knew the wait before attack. When they said the line was breaking, we dug deep and kept on taking. Every round, every cry, still we rose, still we tried. Not alone, not alone, no one stands, no one stands alone. We're not carved in marble stone, but our silence speaks like bone. Every step we took was loud, in memory we stand proud. So when they say the fight is over, tell them no, we're still the soldiers. In the night, in the smoke, we
home.
I stood where the brave once fell and felt the silence shout like thunder. Boots in the dirt, sweat in my eyes. That morning sun cut through the cries. The jungle thick, the air was steel, but every step we swore was real. We weren't born to run about, we just held the line somehow. Raise the flag, don't let it fall. We stand for one, we stand for all in fire. In fear, we chose to stay when others turned and walked away. If this ground's the price we pay, then let me bleed and make it stay. I stand where the brave ones fell, and I'll stand here still. Letters home, soaked through with rain, road of pride, not of pain. He was 19, cracked a grin, said, tell my mom I fought with him. Some came back, some names remain, etched in stone and carried in flame. Raise the flag, don't let it fall. We stand for one, we stand for all in fire. In fear, we chose to stay when others turned and walked away. If this ground's the price we pay, then let me bleed and make it stay. I stand where the brave ones fell, and I'll stand here still. No statue needs to bear my name. If my brothers knew I stayed, a soldier's oath is not for praise. It's the echo we leave behind. Raise the flag, don't let it fall. We stand for one, we stand for all in fire. In fear, we chose to stay when others turned and walked away. Freedom walks where soldiers knelt, in every scar that still is felt. I stand where the brave ones fell, and I always will.
silence breaks men, we learn to hold the line. They said the fire would break our will, but we kept climbing every hill, not for fame, not for praise, but for the ones who lit our days. We carried scars we never showed, and truths no headlines ever told. So if you ask what made us rise, it wasn't flags, it wasn't cries, it was a name we swore to say long after guns had turned to gray. Still standing in the dust when the world forgets we trust. Through the smoke and through the years, we held fast to drown the fears. We don't need a marching song, we've been strong all along. Still standing in the dust. My boots are worn, the trail's gone, but I still walk where ghosts belong. Not every hero wears the brass, some just fade like shattered glass. But every crack still tells a tale of men who rose when others fell. It won't find us on TV screens or printed bold in magazines. But every step we made was real, and every wound we chose to feel. Still standing in the dust for the fallen and for us. We don't kneel to flashing lights. We were forged in darker nights. We don't seek to be well known, we just won't leave one alone. Still standing in the dust. We didn't rise for victory, we rose because someone had to.
We are not just soldiers, we are the echoes of valor. The price we pay is not for glory, but for the freedom we stand for. Through the smoke and endless night, we walk with fire in our hearts so bright. We stand as one, shoulder to shoulder, fighting for a land that makes us bolder. With every step We carve our way. In the darkest night we find our day. For the fallen and the ones still here, we stand our ground without any fear. When the sky turns red with fire, we will rise, we will never tire. It's not the flag that makes us strong, it's the courage that's carried all along. We are the echoes of valor, we rise through the battles, through the tears in our eyes. We stand for those who can't, we hold the line. Through the storm and the fire we shine. No retreat, no surrender, no fear. We'll fight for freedom year after year. We are the echoes of valor, we stand tall in the face of it all. The boots are worn, but the spirit remains. We carry the strength through the hardest pains. No medals, no fame, just a solemn vow. We do it for the country, we do it now. In every step we carry their names, the ones who gave it all in the endless flames. We rise again, we fight the fight for the promise of freedom we ignite. We are the echoes of valor, we rise through the battles, through the tears in our eyes. We stand for those who can't, we hold the line. Through the storm and the fire we shine. No retreat, no surrender, no fear. We'll fight for freedom year after year. We are the echoes of valor, we stand tall in the face of it all. We are the whispers in the night, the ones who fight with all our might. We carry more than just our guns, we carry every name, everyone. No glory, no fame, just the fight to be free. For the land we love, we'll always be. We are the echoes of valor, we rise through the battles, through the tears in our eyes. We stand for those who can't, we hold the line. Through the storm and the fire we shine. No retreat, no surrender, no fear. We'll fight for freedom year after year. We are the echoes of valor, we stand tall in the face of it all. And when history calls our name, it won't be for glory, it won't be for fame. It will be for the ones who stood their ground, for the echoes of valor that still resound.
Never talked much about the war, just kept a folded flag behind his tools. But when I asked him why he stood so straight, he said, because some can't stand at all.
He wears old boots with busted seams, drives a truck that still holds dusty dreams.
He never marched in big parades, but earned his quiet in the shade.
His medals sit inside a drawer, but honor echoes through the floor.
He taught me more than books or schools, like how to stand and when to kneel. He built more than walls, he built our name with silent strength and shoulder strength. He showed me how to fix and fight, how to choose the harder right. He didn't raise his voice to preach, just raised a flag we couldn't reach. And though his hands are scarred and worn, they held the weight of those who were gone. There's a photo in his workshop door
Of many served within that war.
He nods to them each time he leaves.
No words, just truth beneath the sleeves.
He fixed my bike, he fixed my fears, taught me to stand despite the tears. And every nail he drove back then held down more than just loose tin.
He doesn't need a cape or throne. His legacy is steel and stone.
And every lesson carved in wood speaks louder now than any could. He built more than walls, he built our name with quiet pride and weathered frame. He fought for those who can't be seen, he lived for more than might or sheen. And when I stand beneath that sky, I know just how, I know just why, because my father did it wrong. He built this place, he made it home. In his garage a flag still folds. It doesn't fly, but it still holds the weight of love, the sound of steel, and everything he made me feel. We do not march for victory, we march for memory, for the names etched in stone, and the promise we carry home.
I've seen the dawn on soldiers' eyes before the bugle splits the skies. No throne
not for fame, but for the ones who call our name.
Their voices live beyond the flame, and we still march the same.
March, our hearts align, through thunder, fire, and crossing line. Not for the crown, but for the cause. We stand for peace, not just applause.
Raise no sword for empty pride,
But for the truth we hold inside.
the flag may wave, the drums may start,
But we march with a promise in our heart.
I've heard the prayers in whispered rooms, where silence louder than the tunes. A mother lights the porch each night, her son still fights in memory's light.
a folded flag, a sacred tear, can't bring them back, but keeps them near.
So every step we take today
Is built on those who led the way.
This march began before our birth, on frozen fields, on broken earth, and still it moves with steady sound, where sacrifice is holy ground. March, march through joy and pain, through loss, through love, through pouring rain. We're not alone, we're not the first to lift this song from soul to verse.
Let freedom rise in every part.
We march with a promise in our heart.
When the battle ends,
And silence falls.
the promise still remains in the steps of those who march after us.
He never told me how he served, but I saw it in the way he stood and the way he stayed. He never wore a hero's crown, just flannel shirts and boots worn down. He'd fix the porch at break of day, then fold the flag and walk away. He built a life with hands that knew what silent loyalty can do. And though the world may not applaud, I saw in him the hand of God. He taught me to stand when no one sees, to carry weight with quiet ease. He didn't preach with words or fame. He lived the meaning of our name. He showed me strength that doesn't shout, the kind you feel, the kind with clout. He never asked to be admired, he just did right and never tired. His war was tucked in old footlockers, with maps and notes from fallen brothers. A wedding ring, a patch, a card, a softer heart beneath the guard. He taught me how to fix a tire and light a fire without the fire. But more than that, he taught me this: to fight for peace and hold what's missed. Now when I walk through crowded halls or hear the anthem in the fall, I think of him. No cape, no shows, just steady steps and boots below. He never fought to be well known. He fought so I could call this home. He taught me to stand when no one sees, to carry weight with quiet ease. Not for medals, not for cheers, but for the ones who disappear. He showed me what real courage is: a steady hand, a silent kiss. And in that quiet, proud refrain, my father walks with me again. The world may call for louder men, but I was raised by one who knew that silence can defend.
We don't just march for orders, we march for names. Some still beside us, some remembered by flame. Boots on gravel, sun still low, steel and silence start the show. From desert lines to mountain stone, no one moves this trail alone. Not for glory, not for cheers, we move for bonds we forged in years. Miles of honor roads we tread, with every footstep stories bled. Through dust and dusk we rise again, brothers, sisters, now and then. Shields of strength, hearts of fire, we move with grit, we don't retire. Thunder rolls behind the crest, load is heavy, never rest. We check the line, we call the range. Through mission fog we don't exchange. Each command we carry through is built on blood and colors true. Some may ask what keeps us here: the badge, the rank, the lack of fear. We smile and nod, but truth runs deep. It's for the names we swore to keep. Miles of honor worn and wide, through every turn we will not hide. Through storms that broke and heat that burned, we stand for all whose time has turned. With every beat the banner flies, for those who fought and still rise. It's not the trail that makes us proud, it's who we walk it for.
We stood in gray, now we stand for more. Today is not an end, it's the call we've The boots are new, the sky is wide. We feel the nerves we used to hide. The oaths we swore now take their place in every street, in every space. The march begins today, not then. We walk as warriors, not as men, with honor laced in every seam. We carry country, hope and dream. We're more than cloth, more than display. The march begins to play. Flags were folded, hands were raised. We stood in ranks, our eyes amazed. We thought of home and friends we've known, but knew this path we walk alone. The march begins today, not then. We walk as warriors, not as men, with honor laced in every seam. We carry country, hope and dream. We're more than cloth, more than display. The march begins today. Some will lead and some will fall, but each will rise to answer call. No ribbon shines like truth inside. We serve with pride, not just with strife. The march begins today, not then. We walk as warriors, not as men, with honor laced in every seam. We carry country, hope and dream. No matter where our boots may stray, the march begins today. We leave the gray behind, not with farewell, but with If everything I built was gone tomorrow, I'd still raise my hand. 'Cause what we stand for can't be burned down.
I've walked through fire and desert sand, wrote home letters with a trembling hand. Mama sent a cross stitched in red, said freedom's more than words we've said. My little girl drew me in crayon blue, wrote, "Be brave, Dad, I believe in you." We lose some sleep, we lose some years, but we never bow to doubt or fear.
And we still raise our flag each dawn, even when the light feels gone. We hold the line through storm and flame, with silent prayers and borrowed names. From every state, from every shore, we fight for less, we fight for more. And no matter how the battle drags,
we still raise our flag. There's a boy in boots who just turned 18, first to rise, last to leave the scene. He ain't seen home since Christmas Eve, but he still wears hope upon his sleeve. His mama cries but never breaks. She bakes 2 pies and says grace for his sake. It ain't just us who serve out there, it's every heart back home that cares. And we still raise our flag each dawn, even when the light feels gone. We hold the line through storm and flame, with silent prayers and borrowed names. From city streets to mountain air, we show the world we still dare. And no matter what the headlines brag, we still raise our flag. It's not the medals, not the noise, it's the quiet pride in simple boys who never asked the world to cheer, but stood there groggy year after year. And we still raise our flag each dawn, long after fear and doubt are gone. We march with love, we march with grace, with every tear we still embrace. We plant it high in every land, with every oath, with every stand. And though the road may break and sag, we still raise, we still raise our flag. So when they ask what freedom means, tell them it's the flag we still raise.
If you're holding this letter, it means I didn't come back, but I didn't leave empty. I carry in everything that mattered. I carried your photo in my chest plate, folded neat beside my tags. Thought of you with every sunrise, even when the sky turned black. We joked about the letters home, but I wrote mine like prayers in chrome. And if I'm quiet now, it's not regret. I just hope there's peace in what I left. So plant me down in the fields that whisper where I once ran around. Tell my girl that her daddy's still part of this world. I may be gone, but I'm not thin. You'll know me by what I carried in. I carried my brother through the sandstorms, his hand in mine till we both fell. I carried stories I never told you, locked away where they could dwell. Not all wounds show on the skin, but I wore hope like a second skin. And if you cry, don't cry alone. Hold someone tight and call it home. So plant me down where the grass still grows on the battleground. Tell my son he was brave before he could run. I may be gone, but I'm not thin. You'll know me by what I carried in. I carried a nation on my back, but I never forgot your laugh. It wasn't medals that made me stand, it was dreaming of your hand. So plant me down with my boots still turned to face the town. Let my flag wave for those who never lack. And when you sing where I've once been, Just sing for what I carried in. I didn't die with nothing, I died with everything, because I carried you.
We waited more than just days. We waited for a heartbeat, for a voice we still remembered, to walk back through that door. He's walking up that old front path, the dust still clinging to his pack. No trumpets sound, no flags are raised, just quiet steps and distant gaze. He left in green, he comes in gray, but home still means he gets to stay. When the boots come home, we stand a bit taller, we speak a bit softer, we hold each one longer. They may not smile like they did before, but they're still ours, and that means more. So light the porch and leave it on. We hold the line till war is gone. The kids all grew, the porch paint cracked, but she still leaves his coat unpacked. He nods, he hugs, then looks away. Some things are too far to replay, but he is here in flesh and bone, and that's enough to call it home. He's not the boy who said goodbye. He's someone shaped by loss and sky. So don't ask stories, don't press too loud. Just say you're proud, and say it proud. When the boots come home, we breathe again, through all the breaks, through all the bends. They might be bruised, they might be still, but they came back through strength and will. So raise the flag, don't ask for more, just thank the ones who walked that wall. He's home, not the same, but still here, and we love him just the same. We waited more than just days. We waited for a heartbeat, for a voice we still remembered, to walk back through that door. He's walking up that old front path, the dust still clinging to his pack. No trumpets sound, no flags are raised, just quiet steps and distant gaze. He left in green, he comes in gray, but home still means he gets to stay. When the boots come home, we stand a bit taller, we speak a bit softer, we hold each one longer. They may not smile like they did before, but they're still ours, and that means more. So light the porch and leave it on. We hold the line till war is gone. The kids all grew, the porch paint cracked, but she still leaves his coat unpacked. He nods, he hugs, then looks away. Some things are too far to replay, but he is here in flesh and bone, and that's enough to call it home. He's not the boy who said goodbye, he's someone shaped by loss and sky. So don't ask stories, don't press too loud, just say you're proud and say it proud. When the boots come home, we breathe again. Through all the break, through all the bends. They might be bruised, they might be still, but they came back through strength and will. So raise the flag, don't ask for more, just thank the ones who walk that road. He's home, not the same, but still here, and we love him just the same. They hear us coming long before we arrive, because steel has a voice and we never ride quiet. Through the smoke and broken clay, we roll before the break of day. Tracks still warm from battles past, but duty's call comes just as fast. From Texas plains to northern snow, we load, we lock, and on we go. Where the iron wheels roll, we carry heart, we carry soul. With thunder loud and voices bold, we guard the young, we hold the old. From coast to coast, we claim this role. Where the iron wheels roll, we've trained in mud, we've drilled in rain, slept through fire and marched through pain. We don't salute for empty pride, we do it for the ones who died. And every round we load with care is for a flag we all still wear. Where the iron wheels roll, we carry heart, we carry soul. With thunder loud and voices bold, we guard the young, we hold the old. From mountain peak to desert knoll, where the iron wheels roll. It's not just orders we obey, it's promises we make each day to show the world and those at home they'll never have to stand alone. Where the iron wheels roll, we carry heart, we carry soul. not just steel, not just sound. It's memory in motion. It's why we're still around.